year 2020, it'll be the 20th anniversary since Volkswagen bought out a Czech car brand, Skoda. At the time, they were better known as being the butt of cruel jokes than making good cars. What do you call a convertible Skoda? Well, a skip, of course. And how do you double the price of a Skoda? You put fuel in it. But since then, the brand's been rejuvenated. They've moved up market, they've made better cars, and they offer plenty of room for value for money. Now they're in the executive car market, and this is the third generation of the Superb. So what makes Skoda believe that they can take on the likes of Mercedes, BMW and Audi at their own game? And how do you define luxury? Is it the amount of kit it's got? Is it the space? Or is it a feel? Is it a sense of class, a reputation? And it's that sense of class and feel that strikes you immediately with the Superb, even from opening the door, that just opens serenely. Listen to it shut. Real reassuring quality thud. In the door paneling, there's a compact umbrella. Very Rolls Royce. Slip into these leather, electrically operated seats, which are supportive and comfortable. And as soon as you wrap your hands around the leather steering wheel, you know that Skoda mean business. It feels well made. It feels luxurious immediately. All the detailing is neat and tidy, with some chrome trim for all the buttons. It's not the most exciting design in here, but it's certainly functional, and it really does have that executive class feel. So let's see what it's like to drive. The entry-level 5-door hatch is available from £19,785, with prices rising to £35,030. There's an estate version as well, and that's an extra £1,280 on top of those prices. There's also 8 engines to choose from, 4 petrol and 4 diesel, while each engine comes with a 6-speed manual, 6-speed DSG gearbox or a 7-speed DSG gearbox, depending on which option you go for. There's also a 4-wheel drive version. This is the 1.4 litre TSI petrol engine with a 7-speed DSG automatic gearbox. It's powerful enough to produce 148 brake horsepower and 184 pounds-feet of torque. All out, so this will hit 0 to 62 in 8.8 seconds, which doesn't sound too flamboyant, but it's actually got enough power than what you need. It's all usable. You don't feel that you accelerate and there's still 10, 20, 30% of the power left. Yet you never sat there thinking, I really need more. It's just really well judged. The engine has diesel characteristics in its performance. It would rather pull lower down the rev range than higher up. So if you're between 2 to 3,000, especially 3,000 to 4, it really starts to pull on, whereas 5,000 above, it starts to sound a little bit wheezy. That's if you're changing gear manually. You'll never notice that with the DSG gearbox. Keeps it in the perfect rev range most of the time. Leave the gearbox in auto mode and the shifts are seamless. It's really impressive and settles back into the background. The steering wheel, which is an optional extra, has paddle shifters on it, and they up and down shift instantly. It's really super speedy with that dual clutch gearbox. On a combined cycle, this is expected to return 55 miles to the gallon and emit 180 grams of CO2, but we're struggling to get 35 miles to the gallon, so that's perhaps a little bit unrealistic. This car comes with the optional dynamic control, which is £750, and the settings are really noticeable. So you put it in comfort mode and it becomes very lofty, very wallowy, which is perfect for motorways and A roads. On B roads and twistier lanes, it's not quite right, it's too much and can make you feel a little bit nauseous on times, but in the right setting it's brilliant. Normal mode, as I said, is very well judged, and sport mode really hunkers down. It's amazing the change. If you go straight from comfort to sport, you really do feel that firmer suspension come in and that tighter body control. The steering's very well judged. It's consistent at all times and goes exactly where you want it to, while the car has absolutely zero understeer. Grips in so well, taking this roundabout really tightly. This needs to tick some boxes under the refinement heading if it's going to be classed well in that executive class. And it does, it ticks a lot of boxes. It's quiet on the move. There's only any wind noise at motorway speeds from the wing mirrors, but it's not too bad. Suspension noise is hardly noticeable really, although the gearbox is a little bit jerky at low speeds. This SE L Executive comes packed full of kit, so you get the 8-inch touchscreen sat-nav included, the Drive Select mode, although this has the adaptive suspension, which is an optional extra. You get electrically operated leather and heated front seats, and the electrical tailgate. There's bi-xenon headlights, which are really good, and as you turn, follow the path of your steering wheel. These leather seats are electrically operated and give you plenty of support and loads of adjustment. So I can sit really high up and I've still got loads of headroom, or as I am now, I can sit still low down and I have a good view out. There's loads of range on the backrest and 3 settings for memory. The steering wheel has a lever operator which allows you to adjust the height and reach, and is pretty impressive, with plenty to choose from to find your optimal seating position. The dashboard's neatly laid out. As I was saying before, it's not particularly exciting, but it's extremely functional and everything makes sense. Not too many buttons are too small, so you can find things without searching too hard. The infotainment system is excellent. It's got 4 shortcut buttons on either side, and as you approach the system, there's a motion detector, and that brings up a load of shortcut buttons for the function that you're in. So if I'm in the sat-nav, it brings up 7 buttons along the bottom for the sat-nav. It's got an 8-inch colour touchscreen, which is clear in the map function, and it's also quick and easy to connect your phone through Bluetooth or USB, and that gives you Apple Play as well, which is very, very good. Storage room in the front is good. I've got a large side pocket which will take a bottle of water as well, and a large cubby between the seats under this armrest. There's very few cars that offer you as much space in the back. Headroom's very good, but leg and knee room's exceptional. You can stretch out and be very, very comfortable there. The electrically operated boot is simply sensational for size and functionality. You can open it off your key. The boot floor is flat and folds to reveal 2 huge storage buckets underneath, also where your tyre inflator kit goes. There's then 2 side compartments also to hide things away for extra safety and storage. But the boot itself is absolutely massive and benefits from the hatch. The key rivals for this car are the Kia Optima, the Mazda 6, Ford Mondeo. But when you look at a 3 Series or a C-Class, an Audi A4, you do start to wonder what you're getting more for your money, even up to a 5 Series and an E-Class. This really punches above its weight and above its price tag. At a time where low-cost airlines and supermarkets are thriving, it's no surprise Skoda are too. But there's a long way to go. There's still that reputation that hangs over them. But the joke's no longer on Skoda. They're making quality cars, and at lower prices than their rivals. The Superb is superb by name and by nature. It drives well, it's luxurious inside, and it's good to look at. And trust me, there is no stigma to getting back into a car that looks this good in a packed high street, whether it's got a Skoda badge or not. And after 5 minutes of driving it, you'll quickly forget that it is a Skoda. It feels quality. This car's well worth considering. Thanks for watching today. We'd love to know your thoughts on the Superb, so fill your comments out below, and remember to subscribe to our channel.